Hey, Mark, just first want to ask you about tonight's game specifically and the matchup with Jokic, what you were focused on defensively and trying to just contain him and make him work.
Well, they run a lot of actions for him. You try to be as physical as possible with him. He does a great job as soon as, you kind of get your arms around, like he does a good job of using it against you. You try to be physical without your arms as much as possible. They've given the ball in many places on the floor. Great player.
And Mark, you came into this game almost 40% from three, so they've been going down. But is there something that you saw tonight about where you were getting your shots from and the rhythm and trying to initiate some offense that way as well?
No, we're just excited about playing. I think I've been a little more aggressive every time I step on the floor the last few games, and I think the ball went in, so good.
And then just wondered if you were aware Kuzma kind of unsolicited just brought your name up as somebody he'd like to see play more, somebody he thought could help in certain aspects. Wondered if you were aware of that, just the kind of connectivity within the locker room.
No, I was not. He mentioned something after the game, but I was not aware. I told him I'm fine. On that Mr. Wolf role. You just come in whenever things don't go great and kind of help everyone. So I accepted it. I'll try to do as best as possible at that role. And so yeah.
Okay, Kyle Goon, please.
Mark, there was that sequence in the fourth quarter where you and Wes were kind of driving. I think there was an 8-0 run between the two of you, and looked like you were kind of celebrating with his little bow and arrow thing. I was wondering what the relationship is like with you and Wes, if your situations have kind of made you each other's allies in a sense. Is that a special relationship for you?
I think we have to start thinking more as a team instead of mentioning guys and it's more who we are as a team and who we're going to be. Everyone tied to one another, regardless of your situation. You play 0 minutes, you play 20 minutes. The team success is everyone's success. So, when you go out there, you try to do as best as possible to help the team, because if you help the team more times than not, we're going to win a lot of games. So I think we have to kind of forget about the players and situations and individual guys and think more as a whole of who we're going to be as a team moving forward.
I'd like to ask you a follow-up on that premise. Last night seemed like a very tough night for a lot of guys in the locker room. How much was this win just needed for the group tonight?
Any win is always good. I think, after the news yesterday, the LeBron was not going to play tonight, that, Dennis had his situation, our situation as a team that we, lost, I think 6 out of 7 games. You have that urgency and today was great because you felt that urgency as a whole, as a team. You felt it, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't great. The ball didn't go in all the time. But, the connectivity amongst the guys was great, and the cheering for one another. I really enjoy when we work as a team and we protecting one another out there on both ends of the floor. I think that's beautiful basketball.
Okay, Dave McMenamin.
Mark, I just wanted to make sure I heard you correctly. You said the role you play is like the wolf,
Mr. Wolf, Mr. Wolf,
like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
I respect that. I'm not here to say please. What do you do for this team the most in terms of giving a different look, I guess, compared to the other centers that are on the roster, big men that are on the roster? And what's the chemistry like with AD right now between you and him?
I just said that we're not going to mention. I'm going to try not to mention situations, personal situations. I think it's about the team and how we all try to help the team be a better team. That's all. One night it's going to be some guys, and other nights it's going to be other guys. And to me, it's about that. So if the team does well, we all doing well. You're playing 0 minutes or 35 minutes. You're doing your job every night. So, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the things that I can do that other guys can. It's just not good. There's some things that they do that it's impossible for me to do. It's just physically impossible. I could try every day to catch lobs and be above the rim all night long. That should never been that way. And there's things I do that are, that are a little bit different. But it's about the team and how we all, put that priority and that goal amongst everything and winning. That's it.
Okay, Dan Moike, please.
Hey, Mark, I hope to see you in a tuxedo soon if you're really going to go full Mr. Wolves. How important you touched on this a little bit, but just sort of the energy that you guys had, the spirit that this team played with tonight. How important is that for you guys to kind of recapture that and have that be sort of an identity during this stretch? It just seemed like there was a level of joy that maybe hadn't been there in a little while. We have to enjoy, the defensive effort from five guys at all times. The helping one another when somebody's on the ball. Making sure that he understands that we all have his back behind him. That communication, that help, that rotation, that activity on the defensive end allows us to run. It creates trust. It all good things happen when you talk, when you have that communication and that willing of helping one another. Denver is a great team and one of the best offenses in the league. And I think tonight we all moved. We all were more physical than we've been in the past, and we felt that urgency. Now you have to carry it on to the next game, and it's what it's going to take. You're going to have to be the most physical team in order to win.
Okay, last two questions, please. Bill Oram.
Hey, Mark. When you signed Lakers, you were, sorry, I wasn't sure if you could hear me for a second. When you signed with the Lakers, I think there was a thought that this was a matchup with Jokic where you could have a real impact down the road. The Nuggets have been a possible playoff matchup for you for several weeks now. You bring to the table that might give you guys an advantage.
I don't know. Played him, plenty of times. I'm somebody that it's not going to give him, I think Drum did a great job and Trez did a great job too. I don't know, what can I tell you? I try to be as physical as possible, use my length defensively, use my strength. He's going to make shots. They give him the ball at every, spot possible on the floor with different angles, different screens. They look for him at all times. He has great talent and great vision, so it's hard to help. And on the other end, you have to attack him a little bit, make him think, make him work. It's great. Like I said before, he's a great player, even better person. I always enjoy watching him. I know his family, so it's a good matchup to have.
Okay, and last question, Leonardo Torres, please.
Hola, Marc, te saluda Leonardo Torres desde Perú. Felicidades por la victoria. Marc, Michael Malone acaba de decir que fuiste fundamental para el triunfo de los Lakers. ¿Qué tienes que decir sobre ello y los 37 puntos que aportó la segunda unidad esta noche?
Contento de poder ayudar. Básicamente para mí es lo que intentas como jugador, siempre es ayudar al equipo, ayudar al grupo, a que se sienta seguro en los dos lados de la cancha. Como jugador siempre te gusta competir, estar allí vestido de corto y ayudando a tus compañeros, y hoy tuve la suerte de poder jugar.
All right, thanks so much, Marc.